Another British official is arrested over Epstein connections. Cartel violence erupts across 20 Mexican states, and a monster snowstorm strikes over 100 million Americans in the Northeast. I'm Georgia Howe with Daily Wire Executive Editor John Bickley. It's Monday, February 23rd, and this is Evening Wire.
The UK's former U.S. ambassador is in custody today after British police made another arrest related to Jeffrey Epstein. Peter Mandelson was arrested over suspicion of misconduct in office, as it came to light that he may have exchanged confidential government documents as well as funds with Epstein. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer fired Mandelson from the ambassadorship in September and apologized for appointing him to the plum position. Mandelson's arrest follows that of former Prince Andrew on similar grounds.
Deadly cartel violence spread to 20 of Mexico's 31 states on Sunday. Daily Wire reporter Tim Pierce has more.
On Sunday, government forces killed the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel in a shootout that killed at least 8 people. U.S. and Mexican intelligence had tracked the leader, referred to as El Mencho, to a cabin in a secluded, forested area outside of Tapalpa after tailing one of his girlfriends. The cartel immediately responded by declaring war on the Mexican government. The violence began with pockets of chaos in a few locations across Jalisco state, including the Puerto Vallarta airport, a hotspot for American tourists. The violence included setting buses and cars on fire to create street blockades and gunfire. At least 250 of these fiery narco blockades have been reported across Mexico, and dozens of deaths have been reported so far. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum addressed the nation today, urging calm and normalcy, claiming all the fire blockades have been neutralized by government forces.
Nick Reiner pleaded not guilty today in the double murder of his parents, iconic Hollywood director Rob and his wife Michelle Singer. Reiner made his first appearance in court today after his parents were found brutally stabbed to death in their home in December. Nick faces 2 charges of first-degree murder and could be sentenced to death or life in prison if convicted. He's currently being held in solitary confinement without bail. He's set to appear in court again on April 29th.
President Trump made a call on Sunday to a locker room in Milan, Italy, congratulating the men's U.S. hockey team after winning their first gold medal in nearly half a century. Video circulated on X of the team receiving the call via FBI Director Kash Patel as they celebrated their overtime victory over rival Canada. Trump had especially high remarks for goaltender Connor Hellebuyck.
And by the way, your goalie played not bad. Howie, say hi to him. How you doing, Don? I have seen hockey goalies have slightly worse games. Unbelievable, and you were all unbelievable. And that team is pretty good you played.
Trump went on to offer a, quote, military plane to bring the team to his State of the Union address tomorrow. Many of the team members could be heard saying they were, quote, in.
What would really be cool, and we'll do the White House the next day, we'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached, okay? And I want to shake hands. I'm going to shake hands with everybody, but I got to shake hands with that goalie.
We'll see you Tuesday night, Mr. President.
California governor and presumed White House hopeful Gavin Newsom is facing intense backlash after attempting to relate to black voters by declaring that he had a low SAT score and can't read. Yikes. Daily Wire assistant editor Andy Valdez has more.
Speaking to a largely black audience on Sunday while promoting his new book, Newsom highlighted his 30th percentile SAT score.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. Literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Rapper Nicki Minaj responded on X saying his way of bonding with black people is to tell them how stupid he is and that he can't read. Fox News host Sean Hannity posted the clip of Newsom on X, and Newsom hit back, referencing a recent video posted to President Trump's account that included a short clip featuring the Obamas as apes, which the president says he did not see. Newsom added, quote, "But you're going to call me racist for talking about my lifelong struggle with dyslexia?" Senator Ted Cruz also replied on X, saying simply, "The soft bigotry of low expectations."
President Trump has reacted to yesterday's security breach at his Florida home, in which a 21-year-old armed man was shot and killed at Mar-a-Lago. During an Angel Family's remembrance ceremony today, the president said the following.
I don't know how long I'll be around. Got a lot of people gunning for me, don't I? Huh? But I will not forget them. I'm never going to forget them.
Authorities say Austin Tucker Martin entered the property carrying a shotgun and a gas can. When confronted by Secret Service agents and a sheriff's deputy, officials say he pointed the weapon at officers and was fatally shot. No agents were injured, and Trump was not at the residence. Investigators say a motive remains unclear, though acquaintances told media outlets that Martin had recently expressed strong views about the Justice Department's handling of Jeffrey Epstein-related documents. The investigation is ongoing.
2 Detroit police officers have been suspended without pay for cooperating with federal immigration officers. Daily Wire reporter Zach Jewell reports.
The officers contacted Border Patrol on 2 separate occasions during traffic stops, leading to the arrests of illegal migrants. Citing a violation of department policy, Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison sought to have the officers fired, but the Board of Commissioners opted to suspend the officers without pay for 30 days. While Detroit has not officially declared itself a sanctuary city, it effectively acts as one by prohibiting police from cooperating with federal immigration agents. ICE responded to the situation from their official X account and offered each of the suspended police officers a job. One of the suspended officers, Sergeant Denise Wallet, has sued the city of Detroit.
Let's be honest, most of us have no idea what phytonutrients actually are, and that's exactly why our sponsor, Balance of Nature, makes getting them into your diet so simple. So here's the thing about phytonutrients. They're these naturally occurring plant nutrients in whole foods that actually give fruits and vegetables their color, taste, and smell. Now, what Balance of Nature does is they take all that produce, run it through their specialized vacuum cold process that keeps everything stable, then they powder it down without any binders, fillers, or flow agents, just the real stuff. Their whole health system is essentially a value bundle that combines their fruit and veggie capsules with their fiber and spice supplements, so you're getting 47 different ingredients, fruits, vegetables, spices, and fibers, along with those naturally occurring phytonutrients every single day. I really like the convenience that Balance of Nature offers. I can take my tablets with me on the go. I've even got some bottles loaded up in my work backpack for easy access. Plus, I feel great when I take them. So whether you've been on the fence for a long time or it's the first time you're hearing about them, I truly recommend that you go to balanceofnature.com and order their whole health system supplements as a preferred customer today. That's balanceofnature.com.
Ukraine says it struck a major Russian ballistic missile factory deep inside the aggressing country, marking one of its longest-range attacks of the war. Daily Wire Foreign Affairs reporter Kassia Kiva has the details.
According to Ukrainian authorities, they hit a missile manufacturing plant in Votbrinsk, east of Moscow, about 800 miles from Ukraine's border. Kyiv says the facility produces short-range Iskander and intercontinental Topol ballistic missiles. Ukraine says it carried out the strike using domestically produced ground-launched Flamingo cruise missiles, sparking a fire at the site. The strike comes as Russia continues to use ballistic missiles and drones to target Ukraine's energy infrastructure, causing widespread winter power outages as the war enters its 5th year.
Cities across the Northeast spent the last few days warning that winter is coming, and now it's definitely here. Daily Wire reporter Brecca Stoll has more.
Forecasters warn conditions in cities like Boston, New York, Atlantic City, and Portsmouth are expected to worsen today as a powerful winter storm strengthens into a blizzard. Cities in the region are expected to see more than a foot of snow, with nearly 100 million people in the storm's path. New York, New Jersey, and Boston have all declared emergencies with power outages expected amid forecast of strong winds and whiteout conditions. New York Mayor and self-described Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani is calling on residents to sign up as emergency snow shovelers to help keep the streets and sidewalks clear during the storm.
This is a way that New Yorkers get paid to shovel snow in assistance with the city's response to a winter storm event.
The recruitment push immediately drew attention since participants must provide 2 forms of identification to become a snow shoveler under federal labor laws.
Federal law requires that employers get authorization and documentation to pay people for their work. We are not allowed to just cut checks to individuals for their work. And these are the policies that we've had in place, but I understand that for many, it's the first time that they've ever heard about it.
The irony hasn't gone unnoticed. Americans across the country are wondering why you need to present identification to shovel snow, but not to vote. The Democratic Socialist of America's New York chapter, of which Mamdani is a member and which enthusiastically endorsed the mayor, has strongly advocated against voter ID requirements in elections.
And a curious development in the UFO saga has conspiracy theorists and laymen both scratching their heads. Daily Wire reporter Lyndon Blake has the story.
Just days after President Trump demanded the release of classified UFO-related intelligence, a massive online public catalog of extraterrestrial-related documents has been wiped clean. The archive, known as the Black Vault, contained more than 3.8 million documents related to UFOs, CIA projects, and other major conspiracies. For over 3 decades, researcher and ufologist John Greenwald Jr. maintained the archive as a resource for those interested in declassified information. Following the incident, Greenwald posted on X that he did not wipe the servers and that access had been changed without his knowledge. The timing of the alleged sabotage has led to speculation about the president's proposed release and whether anyone wishes to prevent it.
Those are your drive home updates this evening. To learn more about these stories, go to dailywire.com. And in case you missed it earlier today, we covered some major stories, including the last-ditch effort to stave off strikes against Iran, Secret Service taking down an intruder at Mar-a-Lago, and Team USA reigniting the American spirit with thrilling victories on the Olympic ice. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another full edition of Morning Wire.